The formidable new court building for youthful and household sphere in northern Bangkok was the installation recent 1 week for the definitive governing in one of the strangest guardianship cases to come of the ethical labyrinth of Asia's prosperous surrogate motherhood industry. At share was the next for 13 youthful family, undertaken in country thoroughness as early childhood in August 2014, following they were found creature looked following by nannies in a Bangkok flat. At the period the authorities were studying fruitfulness clinics in Bangkok believed to be offer business surrogate motherhood services, profitable Thailand female to offer childbirth to babies for mostly overseas clients. The was in answer to a Thailand substitute mom complaining how an Australia pair had rejected to get one of the Gemini she had transferred for them since he was unborn in downward symptom, a boy she named Gammy. At low Niner clinics were raided. One hospital, that was named All IVF, was closed downward. The 13 family had been planned by the oversight of Dr. Pisat Tantawatanakal, who ran All IVF. It rotated out how all of them been fathered by later 24-year-old Mitsutoki Shigeta, a Japan man who had already leftward Thailand, and someone, of Japan, stipulated DNA samples of production to show his fatherhood of the left 13. How a youthful, reticent and solitary man would wish so lot babies grown instant anxiety above his motives. The Thailand police force began studying Mr. Shigeta for probable humane trade. The surrogate motherhood broker he had at first utilized, the Georgia-based New Lifetime, led by Mariam Kukunashvili, stopped behavior in him while he said her how lot family he planned to dad. He told he had 10 passports, and could register the babies via various embassies. We became really concerned on the welfare of the babies, and we suspected infant trade. Mr. Shigeta's attorney in Thailand explainable how his customers just requested a big household. As the eldest son of a Japan technology multimillionaire, he told, down there would be no issue looking following the family correctly. But his real reasons for needing so lot family, with surrogates, stay a secret. The Thailand authorities include with identified 2 family in Cambodia and 4 persons in Japan already fathered by Mr. Shigeta. Currently, following more than rather than 3 year, the trial has decorated him guardianship of the left 13, who include been residing in a country family's household. Mr. Shigeta has not go behind to Thailand to trip them, maybe afraid each the transparency or probable proceedings, but Thailand officials say his mom has attended them each 2 months. The trial controlled how as Mr. Shigeta was the biologic dad of the family, how down there was no testimony of bad intent or trade, nor of a penal recording, and how the substitute mothers had done no complaint to them, it could discover no cause not to confer him guardianship. It found how he had set banking accounts particularly for them in Singapore, had pay for servant to help in looking following them, and was preparation a household for them in Japan, on in education. He has as well purchased a characteristic in Thailand in that to see following the family for a planned transfer time, wherever they will get to aware the nannies who will thoroughness for them in Japan. Thailand officials who attended Japan say they were calmed by the obvious devotion his 4 persons family already residing down there showed for him. They say they will go on to display the 13 who are anticipated to go to Japan in the close next. The trial did not address Mr. Shigeta's odd vanity to include hundreds of family, but did say how in examining the interests of the family over all else, it believed they would be superior by the thoroughness of a rich and seemingly diligent dad, rather than in country thoroughness in Thailand. In 2015, Thailand got a new law rigorously restrictive surrogate motherhood to Thailand couples, and prohibiting business surrogate motherhood generally, offenders person up to 10 years in jail. The industry later excited above the boundary to Cambodia for a time, but in 2016 how nation as well outlawed the industry. Now it has substantially excited to Laos, wherever down there is as yet no particular regulatory for surrogate motherhood. But the profitable experience has not dead in Thailand. As a provincial transportation nave, in great care skills and means, Thailand is yet an ideally positioned for human beings to search surrogate motherhood services, though if the penetration of surrogates cannot be juridically made within the nation. Testimony of crucifix border surrogate motherhood emerging recent year. While a man was arrested in April transport 6 vials of iced semen through the boundary to Laos. A monthly after 6 Thailand female were as well arrested at the boundary, as the authorities found out they had been contracted to be substitute mothers in Laos. Websites offer fruitfulness services country how lot of the original trial of receiving eggs of donors and later fertilizing them can be made in Bangkok's skilled clinics, up conveying the fetus to Laos to be implanted in the substitute. At several spot Laos too will perhaps drag its regulation. But the strong desire for family in such who cannot beget natural, and the globalization of the wombs for rent industry, makes it unavoidable while how happens it will just go to else impoverished nation. And 19 family, all shut in year, will now discover themselves creature driven up by a transparency shy, 28-year-old Japan person, in the aid of his mom and an troop of pay servant. By all accounts they will wish for anything, substantially, but Mariam Kukunashvili has concerns above the emotion aspects of such a non-traditional household. Ethically, we don't know how one can stay loving, period, and focus amongst 300 or 1,000 babies. Occasionally rich human beings in no parent expertise suppose how earning up family fare tool employing many decades of nannies, and profitable billing. Thou cannot outsourcing paternity completely to nannies, as the can reason mental problems in the family and adults.